live, and she just, there we go, we're live. Hey, everybody!
Oh my God, she's still in.
Dude, you
Early.
were talking about porn and vape wax. I had to turn it
I
on.
don't think anybody was talking about that.
And we're live! Today we're going to be talking about gaming, which is another reason why Twitch was on my mind, because I was watching walkthroughs. We're going to be talking about the Suicide Guy.
My request for sharks with lasers has been turned down by the conference committee 2 years in a row.
I'm Bo Pinkham. I'm brought on now and then when they don't have other guests lined up. Which is fine.
Wow.
And, I'm here to talk to
But
you.
fair, and that maybe it may work the other way. That in fact, as we saturate our environment with these violent images and themes, that we may become actually increasingly sensitized and less likely to engage in violent behavior.
It's $5 now.
Is it
So
$5
It
now?
better fucking be $5.
And whoa!
$5.
In fact, violent video games do not cause kids to be more violent. There is no evidence to suggest that extremely violent video games make kids more violent.
I mean, it did get me thinking about the whole idea of what would a good game about suicide look like.
Does an attitude of fearlessness towards death translate to increases in behavior?
I don't think that these games are harmful, really. I mean, well, first of all, because they're all crap.
To date, the bulk of the research is suggesting that violent video games do not predict actual behaviors. You've fallen into a classic April Foreman trap, Bo. We've all been there. We're going to let you squirm just for a minute.
One of the things that sort of worries me related to suicide and to gaming and media is that people who are open about their lived experience might get jumped on, and that there is a certain element of picking on people perceived as vulnerable.
Is anyone from that game following up with you and being like, you just lost $200,000? Are you doing okay? Like, do you need to talk about it?
We're showing that different storylines have a different ability to touch people.
Is the onus on the game itself to provide those tools for people to get any kind of counseling afterwards? That's the conversation that I want to have, because I don't know the answer. Should the game provide it? Does it have to be these in-game communities that are growing organically? Is it a combination?
Do you feel more like harming yourself or more like killing yourself after this game, or do you feel better? If we're putting that on, we're putting that on a crisis plan.
Our cultures and our society is changing rapidly. Technology and entertainment and the way that we experience the world is changing rapidly. And we're wrapped up in these really old school research designs that leave us way far behind of where the world is, right?
We need to change how we do IRBs because we're not approving enough research about suicide to the point of it becoming unethical. We're so worried about controlling what gets done that nothing's getting done. And that's not okay.
But games are just so in such a very interesting spot right now. Like you said, the plasticity of it, where we don't even know what we're talking about half the time with video games and what those communities look like or what they'll look like in 5 years. And where suicide enters into that.
This is all about keeping people engaged, trying to get those communities that Bo mentioned built fast and managed fast so that they can scale up fast. Shocker, there's a profit motive. It's all about money. Follow the money.